Hello, everybody. Uh, my name is Steve Miller, and as usual, this is the fifth video, as usual as that is. I I'm going to talk about my open cut right side inguinal hernia surgery. I haven't posted since Christmas Day. Everything's pretty much been the same, and there really wasn't much to tell. But I was discharged today. It's exactly 3 weeks to the day since I had my surgery, and I'll tell you about the last 10 days. I guess it was 10 days. Today's the fourth. Yeah, and I posted on Christmas. Everything pretty much went status quo. You know, there's good days, there's bad days. I'll tell you about how I feel too today and what's up, because even though you're discharged, it doesn't mean you're done. Uh, So, one more time before I start, I'll encourage everybody who's watching this to please have the surgery. The surgery is a lot better than the alternative. And parts of the surgery and definitely parts of the recovery suck. Notwithstanding that, it's still better than what could happen. In the last 10 days, the most notable thing that happened was last Monday when I went in for what would have been the discharge and the final exam, but I knew that it wasn't going to be. I had a hematoma that was right above the scar that was absolutely huge. It was almost like a bubble, and it was probably 6 inches long. And I had a feeling that he was going to drain it, and he did. He cut it, and he made just a nick in it, and he actually massaged. Oh my gosh, probably gallons and gallons. And I'm kidding. He massaged a lot of blood out of it, and he uh, he he worked on it for probably about a half hour in his office, and then he showed me how to pack the wound so it would heal from the inside out. Uh, I wasn't afraid to do that because I had done that once before when I had a cyst removed from my arm, and I mean it's a little different down there, but I can see it, and I'm not squeamish about stuff like that. And I went to the surgical supply store afterwards, bought the stuff, and I did it for 4 days until the wound actually started to heal and I couldn't get the gauze strips in there anymore. So that was a week ago today, and I stopped doing that on Thursday, I guess. He did it for me Monday. I did it Tuesday. I did it Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday it wouldn't fit anymore. It was painful because of that. It was painful to have the gauze in there. But when I use the word painful, pain is relative. I mean, it was well, just like an achy feeling, a sense of malaise. But it passed. And so I fast forward to today. And I was in the doctor's office at 9:15 this morning. And we talked for a little bit. And he took a look and he felt around down there. And he said, aside from the setback last week, I'm pleased with what's going on. And you're discharged. He said, if you have a problem, call me, come on in. But other than that, now the healing process begins. It's up to your body. And I want to tell you what that means right now. Well, first of all the bruising is gone except for one spot. The legs are cleared up. The area above the scar was cleared up mostly by him. But as we know, uh, liquid goes down, to the lowest possible place that it can travel to. And we know where my liquid is right now. The right side of my scrotum and the right testicle are extremely swollen. There's one hematoma left. It's right above that testicle. It's not a large area, but it's a large enough area that makes that testicle black and blue on the outside. And in addition, for reasons that I don't understand because I'm not a doctor, but I'm assuming it has to do with nerves and not emotional nerves. The testicle is high up in the scrotum. Is it uncomfortable? Yeah. Is it debilitating? No. Uh, can I live with it? Yeah. We were talking, and he said it's going to be this way. He said you're going to have the big swelling down there, and it's going to gradually get better. It's not big swelling. I clarify it by saying that It's certainly not as swollen as the one that he had a lance last week, but it's swollen up enough where it could cause the testicle to ascend just a bit. I don't mean into my body, and it just there's certain things I'm not able to do. I mean, I can walk. I'm not cleared for exercise yet, and we'll talk about that in a minute because it's 3 weeks. Uh, I still have a problem, interestingly enough, climbing stairs. My right leg, when I put all my weight on that right leg just for a moment, and I'm not overweight. I'm 6 feet tall and I weigh about 185, 187, and it was mostly muscle, but a lot of it is atrophied at this point. It's been 3 months from the weight and watch to today, but what he told me was is that for the next 2 months, which would mean that it was 2 months and 3 weeks since the surgery. All he wants me to do is walk. I did go out and walk 2 days ago. I walked a mile and a half, came home, took a hot shower, and was exhausted. But I attribute that to being the first exercise that I'd done in quite a while. And I've been an exercise person since I'm 33 years old. So it's 32 years I've been doing this. I've had a routine, and it makes it uncomfortable for me. Absolutely no weights. He said no elliptical because it's set up to be on an angle. All he wants me to do is walk, 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 and that's what I'm going to do. I can't lift anything more than 20 pounds, and I have to be very careful when I do it. My beautiful little dog, who's just sleeping on the couch next to me there, Louie, my beautiful Shih Tzu, weighs weighs 20 pounds, so I can lift him, I can hold him, I can hug him. But you know what? I feel a little pulled down there when I do it. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't like it. I know what the mesh is now. I know where it is. I can feel it, but not in a painful way. That's the least painful thing that's happening to me right now. The mesh, knock on wood, thank God, is really seems like it's doing what it was made to do so far. Uh, there was one other thing, and it'll pop into my head in a moment. So basically, what this whole thing has done from surgical date until at least 2 months from today is basically put me in a position where I can't do some of the things I like, and my quality of life, it takes a hit for that. But that's okay, because the alternative is not great. The last thing anybody wants to do is have a bowel resection. So I'm not allowed to do that. He said, try and walk the stairs. And I told him I will. A lot of it I think might have been fear based. And I'm very careful about coughing, sneezing, and most importantly, going to the bathroom, uh, to relieve myself because the last thing you want to do is put any pressure on that area, even though uh, he said after 3 weeks, he said it will be very, very difficult to cause damage to the mesh. And everything I've read says that the tissue has already started to grow over the mesh, and that scar tissue is going to become part of me, and will even there'll even be more of it as time goes by. So it's been a hell of an ordeal. I mean, it really has been. It was interesting because it's the first time I've ever had surgery in my life, and what I wanted to tell y'all was is that it's a this thing's a process. I mean, it's not a simple surgery. It's not something you just have and 2 3 days later you're better. You're better, and you get lulled into a false sense of security. And the reason I say that is because, well, I had it done in a surgical center. I didn't take general anesthesia. I took medium conscious sedation. In other words, you could wake me if you called my name, but I didn't want to wake up, and I don't know if anybody called my name. But I was out of there 20 minutes after I woke up. Uh, it's just little things like that that make you feel like you're just going in like to have a root canal or an implant put in your mouth or something, and you walk out and it's like, okay, I don't feel so badly, and then 2 days later you're all swollen up, and it's nasty. I never expected to have a hematoma that had to be lanced. I never expected to have the doctor have to drain it, which was very painful. And I certainly never had expected to have to pack my own wound. And I thought about calling it a visiting nurse service, but why? Didn't matter. I could do it myself, and I wasn't afraid to do it. And I was very, very careful. Uh, what else is there? There really isn't very much else to tell. I think the first three videos that I did kind of sort of four videos I did kind of encapsulated most of this procedure. And this was, today was the grand finale, at least for now, as long as everything keeps going well. And I don't have any reason to doubt that it will. Uh, it's really about being careful at this point. I drive with a small pillow between my incision and my seatbelt, just in case. Uh, I mentioned that to him. And he said, "That's a great idea." I kind of knew it was a good idea because I'm just, obviously, you don't want to be putting your mesh in jeopardy because, getting whacked in the back or something like that certainly could do that if you just like have your seatbelt dig into your body. So uh, I'm trying to remember some of the other stuff. I do all these off the cuff and off the top of my head. And I guess at my age, and I'm 65, by the way, people, just so you know, okay? And I'm not covering up the bald. It's I'm covering up the mess. That's my COVID due. I'm not getting a cut until I get my vaccines. I have one scheduled for this coming Thursday and one for February 4th. I'm one of the lucky people down here in South Florida that was able to make an appointment. There were 5,000 appointments and there were 100,000 calls, and somehow I got through, and I'm going to have that vaccine uh, on Thursday this week, which is pretty cool because I believe with the vaccine and the mask, you're 100% secure and safe, and then you can go back and kind of live your life the way you want to live it, without that particular fear. And I look at what's going on in California, and it's scary, and I wish everybody there, good luck, and God bless everyone out there because it's sad. It's really sad. Anyway, back to the more cheerful hernia surgery. Uh, so I said the mesh is really kind of sort of locked in there now. Uh, I talked about how he lanced the hematoma, obviously, and he said one thing. This is what I wanted to remember before that I couldn't. The hematoma that he lanced, he said, was an outlier. He said you don't usually get them into a situation where you need to have it lanced because it kind of resolves itself. Now, I believe the one that I have down below by my testicles and my right testicle and scrotum, and it's not affecting the left side at all. But I do believe that that one will be fine. It's not that black and blue. All the other black and blues have cleared up nicely. They're not even yellow anymore. They're almost back to flesh tone. And the only problem left really is this one here. I did want to say that the extra couple of months kind of shook me up because I was kind of hoping that I could get back into a weight room again. But you know, hey, time takes time, and I mean that's really been my experience with this. I can't think of anything else I'd like to say. If I do later, I'm going to start writing this stuff down, and maybe I'll pop another one up there if I have something that might help somebody to talk about. But for now, there's really nothing else. So that's it. I'm not a real video guy, and oh yeah, the hair, by the way, it's coming off after I got my second vaccine and I can go out. Get a normal haircut like a grown man. This is almost a year old. It's from last March, so it just grows and grows and grows. Uh, but yeah, and I'm looking forward to having life again. That's the most important part. But anyway, it was really fun. But for me, it was like kind of a pay it forward to do these videos, and my friend Brett Jackson in Northern California inspired me, and I wish everybody good luck. I wish everybody a happy, healthy, and safe New Year because 2020 really sucked, and thank God it's gone. But I'm sure you'll hear from me again. I'm gonna make a list, and I'll probably do another video in a month or so, and so it'll be a almost a 2 month update, and that's about all. So take care, stay safe, wear your masks, wash your hands. I know that sounds terrible, but I'm not anybody's dad, but it's the way to stay healthy during this damn thing. And hopefully by the summertime we all will be able to smile about it ruefully because a lot of people have gone. We've lost a lot of people, but we can know the worst is over, and hopefully the country will come. The administration the new administration will come through and fulfill the promise the old one couldn't keep. And not picking on the Republicans. I'm a Republican, and but that's just the way it goes. So take care, everybody. Big thumbs up. And if you have a hernia and it's a retractable hernia and you feel safe with it, don't. Okay, I've read too much stuff and I've heard too much stuff, and I know better. Better to have a nasty operation that lays you up for a couple of months and then runs. Basically, I'll be healed in 6 months, completely healed and feel normal. But until then, you adapt, you live your life, and that's just the way it goes. So take care, good luck, and happy New Year to all. Bye now.